In the early 1980s, Pac-Man was hugely popular. Seemed like everybody had to get in there and make their own clone or knockoff or otherwise derivative work. It's not much of a surprise when you take in consideration how much was left to be desired by the port that Atari made for the 2600. This example was originally developed in 1981 for the Atari 400 and 800 computer platforms, and ports followed on the usual suspects of 1980s computing platforms. And then the Atari 2600 version was published by Tiger Electronics under the Tiger Vision brand. Yes, that Tiger Electronics, the one that made those crappy handheld games in the late 80s and early 90s. Before they were making those, they are making games for the 2600. Basically, like with many other Pac-Man derivatives, you're navigating through a single screen maze. This one seems very simple with just a set of rows across your screen, but what makes things interesting with this one are that the pathways between each row move, meaning you have to keep on your toes when you change lanes. I've seen some Pac-Man players linger near a power pellet waiting for a ghost to get close, but in Jawbreaker, you pretty much have to keep moving the whole time. And speaking of power pellets or something similar, like with the fruit in the original Pac-Man, this game's power pellet equivalent appears periodically in the center of the screen. You grab that, and then you can eat all the Jawbreakers that come your way. Once you clear a screen, you get a quick brushing of your teeth, and on to the next round. Just like any classic arcade game, gameplay increases with difficulty each level until you lose all your lives. If you haven't guessed, there's a theme to this game of avoiding sweets and brushing your teeth after meals, because no one wants to look at you if you have a nasty grill in your business. Sometimes these old games had socially redeeming values. Good for them. As far as Pac-Man clones go, this one is my favorite of the bunch. When it comes to Atari 2600 games, this one is a little bit on the uncommon side, but if you can find it and you have a 2600, I say check it out. I think you'd be glad you did. If you're interested, you could actually check out the original Atari 400 and 800 version, emulate it on archive.org. It's out there, so are more Pac-Man derived later versions. Personally, I don't find any of them as good as the 2600 version, but it's still pretty neat to check out. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. If you like what you see, feel free to check me out on social media. Otherwise, you can subscribe to this channel. I do new videos every Friday, sometimes on Wednesdays too. Once again, thank you for watching. Take care.